kind of hosting and walking us through what we're doing today. But I'm also not only a speaker, but I'm also participating. I like to be educated just as well as I hope that you guys are excited about learning something new. As a standard for today, I want your expectations to be that there's going to be games, there'll be prizes, but ultimately we would like for you to leave this place with more knowledge than you walked in. Does that make sense? Can I get 2 claps?
I'm Jalen Allen. I'm a teacher at Laley High School. I teach digital design. This is our year 2 for us for the Financially Fit. We actually started last year. We hosted it at the library. We're here at the Broadway Center today. Basically, our ideal goal for this Financially Fit seminar is to bridge the wealth gap. What I mean by bridge the wealth gap is to talk to unprivileged kids and the kids around the community and teach them about financial literacy. We teach them about the value of money, the mindset of money, and the operation of money.
My name is Regine Cooper, also known as Ray. When I first got introduced to financial literacy, it was in malpractice of financial literacy or money handling. A lot of people that I was surrounded by when I was growing up did not manage money well. They did not understand the use of money. Money was just, oh, I want this, I'm going to buy this. They were not forward thinkers, and I think it was not their fault. It was the lack of education and support behind that. So in order to grow up and be successful, I challenged myself to educate myself and surround myself with people that have the education in order to financially advance and to be financial literate or to become wealthy, right? So we cannot build generational wealth ourselves with not teaching our students and our kids that.
Jalen Allen is actually my cousin. He contacted me about 3 years ago about this vision he had about helping the youth, because our youth, especially in the underprivileged community, they're not educated about finances as they should be. He talked about it about 3 years ago. 2 years ago is whenever we actually, initiated everything. We're in the time right now where COVID-19 is rampant, so we also make sure that we are splitting the kids up in 10 or less, and we are making sure we do social distancing. We're using hand sanitizer frequently.
What kids don't know, they don't know. And so what we're trying to do here is give them that little bit of knowledge to make them go out in the world to be that homeowner, or be that business owner, or be that investor. We got about 5 local guest speakers coming out to speak to us today. They're talking about anything from real estate, entrepreneuring, stock, okay, and then just giving us ideas about different passive income.
I admire these guys. They're their own business. They're in control. It's their home run opportunity. There's no better use of their dollars than being in control of your home run opportunity to make your world and your dream grow. That's what it's all about. And when I figured that out for myself, and I figured out having enough knowledge in business, having enough knowledge in what I've experienced that I can actually share that's when my mindset changed, and I said I can do something else for people. So I opened up my own practice to do financial services to help people understand
what you're not supposed to be doing. Like, to keep yourself up and motivated, how do you keep yourself away from it?
So when you have a thought, you write a vision down, you start writing stuff on paper, like she said, your time is going to be focused more on what you need to be doing, the steps you need to take. And so if this is something you really want to do, like for instance, I think pain is not a bad thing all the time. And I'm saying that as far as situations. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations and we dream or we hope. But the Bible says faith without works is dead. That means you got to apply what you believe. That means you can see it happening before it actually happening. And it will. And so with that being said, you would take the proper steps. You would manage your time well. Because see, a lot of people want to do things. They look at people on social media and they see all these fancy things, but these people manage their time well, but you're watching them and you're wasting time. And so if you stay focused on your vision and you write down the steps that you need to take to make it, you won't surround yourself around anything that's not productive towards where you're going.
It's amazing that I get to follow up guys like this, who came from a lot harder beginnings than I did. I have both my parents at home. I have 4 older brothers who showed me a lot of the ways to do life. And when I was in middle school, when I was 12 years old, I started, meaning I took over a small mowing company. My brothers had already started, you know, and so that's just me being able to take over something that was already there for me, you know. But then I ran with it.
I took sacrifices and I saved my money. All of my businesses were my self-startup, and it was from saving income tax because I've been working hard. And I would put, like you said, a budget. You start yourself a budget and you stick with that budget. There's a lot of times I wanted to go to the clubs and hang out and all that, but I took that same money and put it aside. And when I build up enough, that's when I was able to start up my business.
My first business was actually a hustle. It was like a little hobby. I was like the CD man at the time. You know, like everybody wanted their CDs, slow mixes, fast mixes, whatever it came to me. So I started out the trunk of my car, literally. I used to be right on MLK. I would pop the trunk of my box Chevy, and I used to just post. So honestly, like I got the police card on me like 1 or 2 times. So what I started doing then, I just started like the gentleman said, I just started saving. I found the spot right next to Speedy 2. I'm pretty sure some of y'all kids know where Speedy 2 is. It's closed now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The rent was $400 a month. I wasn't gonna find nowhere cheaper than that. You know what I'm saying? So once I just went for it. You know, I mean, I was making that in a day and a half though, out of the trunk of my car. You know, so like I knew I could afford the rent. So it was like a no-brainer. You know, why not? So that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. As far as like where did the money come up? Because that I think that's a lot of people's like fear.
3 claps if you enjoy yourself. 1 clap if you appreciate these men. 3 claps for everyone. No, let's give a round of applause for everybody in the room.